Okay, hello and thanks for watching. So in this video I'm going to be talking about email marketing, and I know a lot of people know this platform, but I'm going to be giving a few little tips and a little bit of training that I can get you access to, that's stuff that I've put together to support my team. And if you get in touch with me, even if you're not part of my team, I'm happy to provide you with this. I'm going to talk about it. With my lead gen secret, all right, it's been a kind of an acquired taste over the years, in my opinion, I like it a lot. All right, it's affordable. You can get emails out there with my lead gen secret, really easy, and for $1 a day, you'll get 100 leads. Okay, these are fresh leads. All right. But, for me, I get 200 leads a day. Why do I get 200 leads a day? Because if you have at least one active person that you've referred in your downline within this platform, they're going to constantly just provide you with an extra bonus set of 100 leads. All right. So I get 200 leads a day. So there are a few things I'm going to kind of cover in this video. All right, it's a platform that's gotten me sales, and it continues to get me sales. It's a platform that grows and builds. If you've been in this platform for weeks or days or weeks or even months in some cases, you may not have seen a great deal of results. Okay, because it's like anything. You build it, you grow it. You're going to get your first 100 leads on your first day, and honestly speaking, guys, email marketing works, period. Now, I got into email marketing back in even before the year 2000. Okay, I was doing email marketing back in the late 90s. All right, back when everybody was checking their emails. But the funny thing was, not everyone was on email, sure. However, when you had emails to email out, to market your business, they would check, they would see your email, they would check it. But nowadays, unfortunately, it's just the way it is. A lot of people will skip your email. It'll go into spam box, whatever. Even if it doesn't go into spam box, people will just ignore your emails if they think it's spam or if they think it's just a promotional email or whatever. But there are ways around that, and I think for some people it's just a fag to have to get an email out, every day, and write it when they think that they're not going to get results. It seems, like tedious for some people, but you will get results once you start building this up. And for me personally, I'm on this particular account. I've got 5 accounts. Okay, I got 5 My Lead Gen Secret accounts, but this account has 64,200 leads that I can mail out. Now, some people have asked me, said, "Why have you got so many leads?" And I said, "Well, I actually joined this platform initially in 2019. However, I'll be honest with you, I did downgrade now and then, because like I say, it's been an acquired taste for some people. I went through times when I thought it wasn't worth it or whatever, but actually, by building this up, it's become very much worth it. All right, it's very affordable, and it's built up, and I've got built up to more leads now. And after a while, you build up to a say 9,000 leads, and you get to a limit. All right, and then you're not able to email out more than 9,000 leads. But here's the trick. All right, you get in touch with support, and they'll put you onto the new server. So if you've been using this platform for several months and you've gotten to the point where you're emailing out a limit of 9,000, okay, of however many, because obviously, right, you can select the lead package, okay, so you can mail out per lead partner or mail out per date, by date. All right, so this is what I use. I just mail out by date. I don't really understand the partners particularly. I mean, if you're tracking it a lot, you might sort of recognize which partners tend to work best. So some people go with that, but that's up to you. I don't generally go with the mail by date. And then what some people are finding within their accounts is that they have a limit of 9,000. All right, of their most recent leads, or they can pick out particular select partners, or select the dates or whatever. But they still only get 9,000 max to mail out per day. But what you can do is you can get in touch with support and ask them and request them, can you raise my limit, because I'm up to 9,000 or whatever. Can you raise the limit? So they did that with me, and they mailed me back and they said, yes, okay, we've upgraded you. Now you can mail out all your leads in one fell swoop. So that's what I'm able to do. Okay, so I can mail out 64,200 on this particular account. As I say, I've got other accounts, so you can scale this up. You're allowed to have, you can go to the support desk and you go into support, and it actually says in the support area where they got a few articles that you can browse through. It actually says you're allowed to have more than one account, and a lot of people actually have, like a minimum of 3 accounts. Some people say recommended is 5 accounts or whatever. Quite a few people actually have 5 accounts. So what you're doing here is you're scaling up. And honestly speaking, for certain marketers who go with, for example, solo ad vendors, who are, end up spending $300, $400, $500 a month, I would say that actually this is probably better. If you had 5 accounts, you're not going to be paying quite that much what some marketers pay for solo ads and get kind of like, marginal results. But again, those accounts that you get, if you start from scratch, you're going to build those up. So you want to build those accounts up, and they're going to get better for you without having to spend more money, which makes sense in my opinion. So I decided to do that, and what you do is you take your first account, your main account, and then you grab your referral link of your main account. Okay, so you grab your main account referral link, and you join under this main account under yourself, and then you create a new account. You have to use a different email address, and you have to use a different username. Okay, that's fine. All right, but you can use the same credit card. All right, and the rest of the information can be the same. And then once you create that account, you can set up another account underneath that account. So you're actually going down underneath one underneath each other. Okay, so that you join under the first account, and then you take that URL and you join under the second account, and then you take that URL and you join under the third account, and so on. And you can create as many, however many accounts you can afford. I wouldn't push yourself. If you can't afford to do this, don't press yourself. This is not me saying you have to do this. There are some big marketers that have said that, they're not going to do that, because they've got other traffic sources they prefer, to sort of, deal with. I mean, I actually know people who are using My Lead Gen Secret solely, and they don't use anything else. In fact, they're not even on Facebook. They're not even on YouTube. They're not even on any of these platforms. All they do is My Lead Gen Secret, and they're just mailing out, repeatedly with different accounts, pretty much, like multiple times a day, with a whole bunch of accounts that they've created. All right, and this is what they use to market their businesses, and they're very, 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 very satisfied. Okay, so not a bad idea. I'm not going to try and hype this up for you guys. There's no guarantee of results here, so don't think that I'm giving you this kind of invitation to as a sort of a lottery ticket, thinking this is the way to success. You've got to get better at this. Don't treat this like a job mentality and think that we're going to provide you with scripts and do this, do that, and it's all going to happen for you. No, you've got to get better at this. You've got to get good at your trade. If you want to become an email marketer, you've got to skill up yourself. And you'll do that by doing it daily. And that's what I like about this. You can log in every single day. You don't have to pay extra. It's just a $30 a month. Okay, the first month you'll pay the extra $30 for a sign-up fee. So you're paying $60 the first month, and then from that day on you continue to pay $30 every month per account. All right, but it grows. That's what I like about this. It grows. You'll get more. As your leads continue to grow. So it definitely works out well for you. So what you do is you just select the leads that you want to add. Okay, and they'll be added in daily. All right. And then, what I've got here is I've got my emails that I've sent out in the past that I can load. So every time you send out an email, it saves it, and then you can just click load, and it loads in the email. So, for example, this one, Secret Unleashed, your income multiplier. Okay, and it loads this into the body. Okay, and notice that I try and make it kind of narrow here so that it's going to sort of show up nicely on a mobile device. All right, and I've got my call to action, I've got my signature, got my picture. I like to do this because, keep things consistent, guys. You have, with email marketing, you've got to make sure that people know it's coming from you. All right, don't send random kind of copy and paste scripts, and just, you don't want to slapdash this. You want to get better at it every single day you do it. You check the results, you track it, you split test, A/B split testing, and then you track everything as it goes through your funnel. They say you can't track it, but yeah, you're going to be able to track it. Don't worry. I mean, I see good results coming through my Leads Leap tracking links. So and when it comes through, I mean, I'm going to give you some more tips about how to promote and in what way to promote as well within this video. Why not add a PS? Sometimes I even add a PPS further down with more call to actions, but put your picture in there, brand yourself, give them a way to contact you. It's all about building trust and making sure that they have a kind of a connection with you. I've got this training page, guys. And I'm prepared to give you access to this training page. Okay, so reach out to me. It's got email templates. Okay, that I'm prepared to give you guys. Okay, and also down here I've got a training video on how to use ChatGPT. So you can log into the ChatGPT free platform. Okay, all right, and I've got about 6 prompts here. Okay. So, for example, if your income opportunity prompt, you can just copy this little prompt here and put it in ChatGPT. Okay, craft a short, aggressive email template that promotes a generic multi-stream income opportunity. You can edit this. The language should be simple and direct with a tone that's urgent but respectful. Include a PS that adds an extra layer of curiosity. Encourage the reader to click on a link for more information. Okay, and then this particular prompt is, prompt 2 is work from home opportunity email with urgency. Create an email script that highlights the work from home opportunity without giving away specific details. Blah blah blah, because you're dealing with you're dealing with cold leads. Okay, and they're getting a lot of other offers. All right, the internet is ridden with all offers, and trust me, they're getting a lot of offers, and you got to get above the noise. You got to keep mailing out. Have some unique content. So what you can do is you can just copy one of these prompts to clipboard. Okay, go and log into your ChatGPT, which is free. Just go to chatopenai.com, and then just simply paste the prompt in there. And look what happens. Click enter, and boom, hey presto, there is your email. Now, I don't recommend using AI just to automate everything. Learn from it. Become the master. Become a master at email marketing. Learn it, tweak it. Get AI to think with you rather than getting AI to do all your tasks for you. Most people are using AI to do all the tasks, which is fair enough, and I do as well from time to time. But a lot of the time, I'm actually having a two-way with AI, and I can learn a lot. All right, but I'm the one who's dictating. I'm the one who's in control. I'm the one who's delegating. I'm the boss. So and I'm learning all the time. So this is really a great learning experience, because if you're coming in here with a job mentality thinking, well, I did what you told me to do, but it didn't work, so I'm going to give up. If you're taking that attitude, then anything you do is just not going to work. All right, get better at it. Okay, email marketing is a great way to market your business, and it works, and a lot of people do it. Why do they do it? Because it does work. So absolutely, go for it, guys. And I'll give you access to this particular thing, this particular page for you. But you can load it in here and make sure that you. I mean, I keep my. So let's say, for example, let's say we add this into the ChatGPT. Into the MyLeadGen secret. So I'm going to clear that. All right. So you get the body of the email. You paste it. Where is it? Paste. Okay. Well, whatever. I'm just going to paste it. And then, so the email's in there. Okay. And you go up here, first name. So we can put some personalization tags in here. So that, when the email goes out, we're using mail merge to make sure that the personalization tag of the person is going to be added in there. So it'll say Dear Robert or Dear Bruce or whatever. And it's got mine. I'm going to put my name in there, obviously. So we've got a call to action here. Okay, so you can replace that. You might want to just think about editing the whole thing or whatever. But for this demonstration, I'm going to show you. I also keep on my desktop. I keep my signature in HTML format, and everything, all the images, everything are hosted online. I just host stuff on LeadSleep or whatever. If you've got a host or a website or somewhere that you've uploaded images, you can put your email signature. So I'm going to replace my name. What I like to do, because if you paste stuff directly into it, it has an error. Okay, so you need to paste stuff as HTML. So what you do is, so that I can find it within the HTML code, I put in some random text in there so I can easily find it within the code. So when I switch to source code, okay, I can look down and immediately I can see where I need to put that. And then I just paste in my HTML source code, and then I go back and there's my HTML signature. Okay. And then what I do is I make sure that the email is narrowed so that it's potentially going to look better on a mobile device. So a lot of people nowadays open up emails on their mobile device. So I want to make sure that the email is going to look okay. So that's how it is. I mean, when you're on ChatGPT, you can ask it more questions. You say, make it shorter email. Okay, make it a shorter email. So there you go. You get a shorter email. And honestly speaking, nowadays, the days of like HTML emails are gone, in my opinion. I prefer to work with short, simple, friendly, straight to the point emails. And actually, I sometimes feel that this subject line is probably too long. It's slightly giving too much away, and it looks a bit spammy. So I would probably ask it. So make the subject shorter and less and well, okay, you get the idea. So they get less curious or whatever. So your exclusive opportunity awaits. But even an email subject line that says something so simple like "This is for you" or "I saved this for you," something really simple like "You'll like this." Okay, so you'll like this. So something as simple as that, or I've saved this for you, or something like that. Something really short, something crikey. What's this? And I know that sometimes this might annoy people, but I even sometimes put in that in the beginning. But for some, it might be a little bit dated, and it's done too much. So you might want to use it sparingly, and not overdo this. but it sometimes makes people think that they've had a correspondence with you. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of doing all this sort of these tricks that lure people in for the wrong reasons that might just irritate them. So go careful with things like that. But definitely short subjects are generally much better. But go through your spam folder and your emails. Look at some other emails that they might be spammy, but sometimes you can get some ideas from those junk emails. So go through some but it's all a learning curve, guys. So and then I can't post this yet because it's. Oh yes, I can post it. It's already time. So the countdown timer. You get 23 hours before you can repost. But it looks like I can post again, so that's cool. And I might just do that in a sec. But anyway, I highly recommend just get going with this, so that if you start now, you're going to be able to build up your leads list with this, and and really get going with it, and generate some results. But my advice is don't promote directly to a primary business. Okay, so if you're involved in a primary business such as Live Good, I wouldn't promote directly to that company. Not just because I'm not just because from the point of view of Live Good itself, but from the point of view of the leads and getting them to take action. These are cold leads and you haven't built up a know, like, and trust yet. But my advice is to promote something like a funnel. I brought out a funnel yesterday. Check my YouTube channel for the funnel that I created yesterday. That kind of funnel can work well because it's got kind of a piece of value on the front end that they can get access to for free, like a free download, or something that's more that's affordable, something that they might need to market whatever business they're currently in. So a lot of people have their own focus, but the good news is you're emailing out people who are opportunity seekers. So give them access to something like a marketing system. Like that's why I like multiple income funnel, because everyone could use that, no matter what business they're focused on. So getting them into that initially, and checking and or at least letting them check that out, or better still, give them access to a free piece of value. That's why I like the new Leads Leap feature in the back end of Leads Leap, which is a PDF link rebrander tool. And I created a funnel with that system built into the funnel, allowing people to download a free lead magnet, which is a PDF tool, but they can actually rebrand it. Okay, so this is a whole lot of value in itself on the front end of that funnel. But then when they go into that funnel, they see, what other things you've got in there, like my lead gen secret, multiple income funnel, but also your primary business. But don't always think that sending out emails to cold leads, you're not really necessarily needing to focus 100% on your primary business, okay? Because it's not always going to convert in that way. If people are going to sort of prejudge something like a business opportunity as such, that you're promoting on the front end, they're probably going to. It's probably less likely that because they don't know you and you haven't built up that know, like, and trust, they're going to less likely to jump in immediately. So warm them up. That's what we're saying. Warm them up, because you've got a lot of opportunity to email them out. Okay. But have a plan, have a structure, send out value, support your, just pretend that these leads that you're being given here are already, opted into your mailing list. So treat them like they've become connected to you and they are part of your relationship, and then maybe the next day you can say, thanks for checking out my offer yesterday. Here's a second chance to have a look at that, blah, 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 so you're leading on from one step to the next, and then the next day you're going to send out another email and so on. So have a kind of a plan, but don't really need to worry about it too much, but just keep emailing out every single day. Keep emailing out, learn from your mistakes, but you're not going to be making any mistakes anyway, but just keep focusing on getting better. All right. Treat this like it's your trade. Okay. And get better at it. Anyway, hope this video was useful. Thanks for watching, and the links are below. You can get access to this, My Lead Gen Secret, and if you want access to my piece of value here, get in touch with me. Hopefully you do decide to join me in My Lead Gen Secret, and obviously I prefer to send this out to people who are joining up with me, but I'm happy to share it out with people who are already part of the My Lead Gen Secret. All right, thanks very much, and we'll talk soon. Bye for now.